Hello and welcome, and today I was thinking we should buy um, a raid. We will not buy a raid, obviously. We will, yeah, we will take care of this. However, there's a new thing that I want to mention, and that is I have decided to cut the very boring parts a little bit. Raids is obviously not a boring part. Okay, so happy, run away. And I believe you have a sniper, so you can just shoot them. And I should also maybe clean up the place. I mean, we have dead corpses everywhere. Okay, happy. They are getting close. We don't want them. You have anything? Alright. We'll try to capture you. How is that? And happy. Go do whatever it was you want. Before this raid, I was just about to say that I want to build an oven because there are slags everywhere. Pop, you capture him, and that's a good thing. And then I was thinking we should also perhaps make sure I have wood. I mean, I have some wood now, but you know, we're on the North Pole and there is not so much wood. Yeah. And the reason I don't take quests when they come up is, I mean, we are 2 people here. That's the reason. If I was, I don't know, if I had a colony of perhaps 8, 9, 6, maybe. Perhaps, I don't know. Here is the electric melter, and I think that would be a fine place. So, right now, this is post commentary because I lost the commentary. That's also the reason why this episode took a little longer. It was also a change in editing software. Video editing software, I mean. Rice plant almost done. Later on I will also experiment if there is a possibility to grow crops without hydroponics and indoors. I know it's possible. Oh, that's very welcome. Compact steel, very nice. Indeed, so nice. Randy is sometimes pretty helpful. If he is too helpful, I consider switching over to Kazan. Really, another raid? Okay, so we have another raid, and I decided to speed up a little bit. The reason being it takes so long to prepare, and you don't want to see that. So obviously I focus on harvesting, and because they are not drafted yet, I am very strict with their movement, so I confine them to the home zone. And now checking whether they even have a chance to attack, because it's minus 91 degrees outside, and if they already have hypothermia, the possibility of they actually launching the attack successfully is highly diminished. Alright, so now the attack will come. And here the tedious work of checking them again. And I will slow down this sped up footage. And now we start. And this is ridiculous fun. Check this out. Yeah. A few percentages over 60, they usually drop. 62, 63, sometimes 60, when it comes to hypothermia. You see? So now I check whether it's a good idea for Pop to pick them up, because it's 93 outside and his gear is rated for minus 80. Now I realize that it's almost full with prisoners, so nah. Now when we have smelting up and running, we of course have to make a bill, and the usual will be smelt forever, and I don't want too high radius, because then they run all over the map to find it. It's much easier if they have a little bit more control. And here, when it comes to weapons, I decide what weapons they should not melt, and then I will decide upon the quality. And this is the reason why I speed this up also. You see, I can't decide for like ever. So the little warehouse I actually have, I decided to make it a little bit bigger. But still make sure that it is indoors. If I just would break down the wall, because of the embrasures, it would be considered outdoors, and then everything would deteriorate. And that's a very bad idea. around the North Pole on this quiet dome. And here I was thinking maybe I should expand the prison a little bit and have it in steel. So I plan to take out the wall that is next to Tronione, or whatever his name happens to be. And happy, yeah, become the prison. That is, I think it's pretty stressful for them if they are stuck like that for a long time. It's actually minus inside, and we can't have that. Another raid. Ah. This one will be extremely different. You will see. First of all, I realized that all of them have snipers, and that's a bad idea. I also realize pretty early that I make a serious mistake. Yeah. And Grendel is upset that Tronione cheated in cards, obviously. What else could the reason be? My problem here is I take this raid way too lightly. You see, earlier the weather has almost taken care of everything. But now, for some stupid reason, I don't really pay it too much attention. So I do this. You will see. So I send out Happy to the makeshift bunker. And I forgot that I don't have a way to shoot from that position, because I only have embouchure south. Instead of southeast. So This was extremely clumsy, I would say. So Happy is pretty much stuck inside here. And Pop can only shoot people from the few ambushers that I have in the walls. And if any of us go out, we are dead meat, like immediately. So this was pretty stressful. And I believe I have to pay for my, let's say, ignorance, because I think that's a pretty good way to say this. Alright, so they are fleeing, but now I have to... This is also stupid, to continue shooting. Learn from this. Don't underestimate Randy. And don't make fun of him and say, unless you deliver anything on the challenge, I will switch to Cassandra, because when that happens, well, you see. So here I realize it's 146 degrees indoors and Pop is about to be burned together with the crops. And that's a bad idea. Really bad idea. I don't really care about the solar generators or whatnot, but you know, the crops and or heroes, that's bad, so bad. So I decided to try to get him out. Coffee. Isn't that the first thing you think about when your place is when it's almost minus 100 outside? So I closed the I opened the vent, and then I was thinking I should hold open the door also. I have to try to stop this. And this was just impulse stupid. For some reason I had to shoot him. Well, that happened. Because you're a card sheet. This is pretty illogical. That Pop should go and pick up guns. As you can see here, the components and everything of importance inside is burning up. However, I was shooting the wall to try to stop the fire. Yeah, sucks to be you. Palakovsky. And Karth. Well, you contributed to the story in some way. Not sure how, but anyway. And you're gone. Roll credits. Oh. This is pretty brutal. Valley died. Had a big flame on him. Well. And Pop, for some reason, wants to kill the only pet. The bizarre thing here is Pop's mother killed their only pet, and Happy shot Pop's mother. And I'm not sure if Pop knows that. So here I was thinking, if we patch the holes from the embrasures and it becomes solid walls and actually indoors and a little fire, will it be enough to survive? Because it's minus 112 outside, which is just ridiculous. I'm not really sure why I let this happen. But when you play Rimworld, there are so many crucial decisions all the time, and sometimes you just screw up. That's all there is to it. See, here is the reason that you should always have them carrying meals. You do that in the assign. That's a good thing. 5 hours later, 104 degrees outdoors. We have a fire rate. Note to self, don't threaten Randy. Alright. So here we have a few misfits and I don't know, it's just some kind of routine to go through them. Just to see if they are able to fight. -104. Maybe they are, maybe they are not. I decided they are not. I can say one thing. Tomorrow will be a very big cleanup day. And I'm actually pretty happy that the fire didn't destroy more than it did. I mean, most of the house is still here. A little bit bruised up, rubble, ash, blood, no blood. Well, it's Rimworld, so whatever. No pop. His sense of self-perseverance is not so much. So if we patch up the house, we are officially indoors. And if we have a heater or two going and we isolate the room a bit, I think it will be good. Well, anyway, this is the first post commentary for reasons I've said before. There is an advantage with this, and that is that I can speed up, let's say, repetitious footage. And I decided we don't need a Yale at the moment, and we don't need to expand the Yale, obviously. So there will be a new direction, a new bright future. And now they are attacking, and yeah, lol. So if they have serious hypothermia and are this far from your colony, you can pretty much ignore them. Pretty much. But don't take a raid too lightly. I mean, you have just witnessed what happens if you do that. Because I just did that. But I think it made a pretty interesting episode. So they also clean up, as you can see here. They are helping us. They are good people. They are not card sheets. Now card sheets are also good people. Upgrade. I do carry a lot. Well, steel miners indoors, we have to fix that, and tomorrow we're gonna clean up the place. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.